It is July and we have recently closed our June numbers. This is the mid-year market report for 2023. Hey, I'm Kimberly Spencer, Oklahoma real estate agent with Chamberlain Realty. We are officially halfway through the year of 2023. But where does that leave us with the real estate market? Well, I am happy to say that it seems the real estate market today is normalizing. The numbers that we are seeing today are closer in resemblance to the numbers from 2019 and prior. In June of 2019, there were 5,355 houses on the market available for sale to go shop around, see what you wanted to buy, right? Well, in June of this year, the Central Oklahoma MLS listed 5,040 houses for sale. Pretty close in resemblance, right? That is an increase of nearly 1,000 houses from 2022 and 2,000 houses from 2021. Okay, but Kimberly, they're listing more houses today, or more houses are available for sale today because the interest rate is going. Nobody can afford houses anymore. In part, that may be true. The rising interest rates are probably pricing some people out of the market. However, at the end of June this year, Central Oklahoma closed 2,402 homes. That is roughly just as many houses that were sold in 2019, prior to the chaos of those very low, historic lows interest rate. In June of 2019, 2,347 homes were sold. In June of 2018, 2,456 homes were sold. In June of 2017, 2,407 homes were sold. It is tough for us to compare today's real estate market to the years of the unique pandemic period. Even during those years, the difference in sales, June specifically, was only 450 houses. And even during the peak of that pandemic, of those 2 years, July of 2021, it had 2,970 homes sold, which is about a 500 home sale difference for today's normalizing market. Let's talk home prices for a second. Now that we know our housing market is normalizing, what are the housing prices doing? At the end of last month, so June, the average sale price in Central Oklahoma was $301,661. This is down a little bit from June's 2022, so just a year ago, where the sale price was $303,414, and home prices were near their highest peak. $301,661 is higher than 2 years ago, when the average sale price in June was $266,544. Well, let's go back and look at the normal years. 2019's average was $222,802. June 2017 average was $196,656. It would be safe to say that if you bought any house in the greater Oklahoma City area in the last 3 years, you have a fair amount of equity in your home. Let's use Norman as an example. In June of this year, the average sale price in Norman, Oklahoma was $317,760. Say you bought a house 10 years ago in Norman. The average sale price at that time was $163,400. That means that you have a nest egg of over $153,000. And that doesn't include the payments that you've already made on your loan. The other piece of our housing market that you may want to consider if you are buying or selling a home in the Oklahoma City market, that would be the percentage ratio difference between how much a home is sold for and how much a home is listed for. It almost never fails. When I list a home, I am always approached either by the buyer or the buyer's agent asking me, what is the lowest price a seller is willing to sell this house for? I just smile politely and I tell them, look, the seller has listed the property at X price. That is their offer to you. Due to confidentiality laws, I do not have the authorization to disclose to you what their bottom dollar would be and how much they are willing to sell the house for. I am, however, happy to present an offer in writing to my client for them to consider. I give you this common scenario because the list price to sold price ratio is a strategic piece when you are buying or selling a house. So again, we are beginning to see a more normal market. In 2017 to 2019, our central Oklahoma home sellers were seeing right around 98% of their asking price. It ranged from 97.8% up to 98% even. In June of 2020, it increased to 98.6%. By June of 2021 and June of 2022, it had jumped from 98.6% to 100.1%. Now, each housing market is different and it will vary from suburb to suburb, community to community, neighborhood to neighborhood. The 98.9% of asking price to sale price is much more in line with the statistics from 2020 and prior. Looking back over our 2023 housing market, home sellers have seen the percentage of list price to sale price rise from January's 97.7% to June's 98.9%. What all of this tells us is that we are in a strong real estate market. And not only is it still a strong real estate market, it is still a seller's market. Here's why. In 2021 and 2022, we witnessed 1 month or less of inventory in our central Oklahoma market. We started off our year in January, this January 2023, with exactly 2 months worth of inventory. Over the past 6 months, we have crept up from 2 months inventory to 2.5 months inventory. This inventory level is what indicates us as a seller's market. 7 months or more is a buyer's market. 5 to 7 months inventory is a neutral market, and less than 5 months inventory is a seller's market. We have been in a seller's market for the past 10 years, just over 10 years. Prior to 2012, we had a window from like 2010 to 2012 where we were a neutral market. What is the Oklahoma City suburb supply looking like? Well, in Yukon, we have 2.6 months. In Edmond, we have right at 2.2 months. In Norman, we have exactly 2 months. In Del City, we have just under 1 month supply at 0.6. And we go from Del City and we jump over to Nichols Hills, and all of a sudden we have 4 months inventory. If you are considering a move, looking to buy or sell a house in the Oklahoma City market, I encourage you to have a conversation with a local real estate professional to really understand what's going on statistically with your specific market. I'm Kimberly Spencer, Oklahoma real estate agent with Kimberly Realty.